Computer. Hey everybody, thanks so much for joining us today. I have my amazing friend and business partner, Molly, on the line because I know all of you had so many questions for me. And so what I wanted to do was just bring somebody else on board so that it's not just me giving you all these answers and letting you know that we have some and that we also have great resources for you to check out and find the answers. But Molly, thanks so much for joining. I really appreciate your time. I wanted to go over, because as you know, I was over at Gold's Gym yesterday, and so a lot of the same questions that these guys have here, they also asked in person. So I just wanted to kind of bounce things off of you, and because you've been doing this a little bit longer than I have, and I know you see my results, and sometimes I'm even shocked by it.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's been kind of crazy. But one of the things that I remember asking and kind of, navigating around was, did I need to change my diet? And so I still every single day get that question. Do I need to be on the keto diet? Do I need to follow a certain thing? Like, how do you, what did you do?
Well, first, let me say thank you so much for letting me hang out with you and your peeps. I love you so much, and I'm so inspired by your results like every day. So it's just so cool because I know how crappy you felt for so long, and literally that's what this is all about, the journey of better. And so I'm just so happy that you found your better. I see the spark in your eyes, and that's a whole other video we can do. But and I just love that you're sharing that with people, because at the end of the day, we all want to feel better. So I get that question all the time, do I have to eat keto? Do I have to, a lot of people are like, they get anxiety even thinking about that. Mm-hmm. Some people are full on keto, and they ask the same question too. So my answer to that is, if you're already doing keto, props to you. This is an awesome supplement to help you on those days where you might have a little more carbs. On those days you might have the keto flu. It happens. I hate that. Or, you just know that you want your brain to be a little more awake. You want to help your appetite feel better, all of that. But if you are like me, I do more like lazy keto. And the reason I found Keto Max and all of this is because I did keto and I loved how I felt in ketosis. But I also love carbs a little bit more than a total restrictive diet. So you do not have to do keto to drink this and get the benefits. It's pretty stinking awesome. And what I think happens is you actually want to eat better when you drink this. Do you agree with me, Angie?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, your appetite is suppressed. Yeah. Your appetite is suppressed a little, and I don't really want wine as much. I know, and I like wine. I don't really want sugar, or I just feel so good that I'm not turning to food, which, you know what I mean? And I just say more of a low carb diet is awesome. So with this, in fact, I say when you first start drinking Keto Max or Keto Nat, that you just do what you're still doing for a little while. And let it kind of just trust the process, and then watch how your diet actually changes. And we have lots of tips for that in our blog and Angie's website and all that good stuff. So the answer is no. That was a lot for the answer no.
I love it. So then what are some of the benefits that you've been seeing, or that you've been seeing like the people at large, right? Because it's like, I get like, well, how long does it take? What am I supposed to feel? Is it going to be a fat loss product or a weight loss product or whatever? Like, I get a lot of those questions too. So can you talk about some of the benefits?
That's such a good question. I had all the same questions when I heard about this. I learned about this, guys, actually 3 years ago. And so 3 years ago, my husband actually told me, Molly, you should look into ketones you can drink. And I'm just going to be totally candid. I was like, yeah, no, I don't believe it. Yeah. And I was super skeptical. I was like, yeah, that's a joke. I mean, really. And I also thought to myself, do I have to do keto? Like, I had all the anxiety or the questions you had. And then when I actually opened my mind up to learn more and to finally say to myself, what I'm doing now isn't working, and I feel like complete crap, I'm willing and open to try something new. So props to you for being here and talking with Angie and learning, because knowledge is power. And so for me personally, when I first started drinking this, I really was not sleeping at night. In fact, I would wake up super sweaty. Sorry. But I'm 45 years old, and I was like, what is happening to me? My husband's like, ugh. And since drinking ketones, not only do I sleep through the night, I don't sweat anymore. That's awesome, right? But I also wake up refreshed, which is huge. And sleep is a weapon. So if you're struggling with your weight or your mood or your energy and you crash in the afternoon, getting a good night's sleep is a game changer. And so ketones help with that, a game changer. For me personally, you can ask my family, I'm just in a better mood. And I can focus. Like I usually am like squirrel, right? Like I'm the girl who's always distracted. And this really keeps me on task, which is awesome. And I could just think more clear mentally. My skin actually is clearer, which is really cool. Same with my daughter. She had like skin problems. She's like, what is happening? And sorry, I'm going on and on, but it's pretty cool. My skin girl also said like, what's going on? And it's because it actually helps with youthfulness and with your skin. But aside from myself, my husband does CrossFit. He's a CrossFit coach, and he laughed at all of my protein shakes I drank before and all of my supplements before, my juicing, my whatever was trendy. And I did all that. Yeah. And my husband was like, and he would try it and be like, that's stupid. Sorry. But he's a CrossFit guy and he's muscular and all that. And he loves this. And that is just so cool. He's like, it helps me with my 3 o'clock sweet tooth. It helps me with my 5 o'clock workout. So I have energy. I mean, he's an athlete, basically. I do yoga. It helps me. So it's not just for the keto community. It's for anyone from womb to tomb is what I like to say. You know, kids can drink it. My parents are 78, 79. They're drinking it. Your parents. So, but the changes are amazing. Weight loss is one of the things. One of them. But, you know, you can, the focus, mental clarity, all of that. I mean, even it all started, you know, with epilepsy, with seizures. That's how it all started. It's been around 100 years, so it's not a fad. It's not trendy, which I love to have that conversation with people. But, you know, I do have friends, you know, you've lost a bunch. You look amazing. My friend Mike has lost 85 pounds. My friend George Mike lost 105. George lost 80. Yeah. Another friend lost 65. Aside from the weight loss, I have people on the daily telling me it saved my marriage. It's helped me become, I get teary-jerked. It's helped me become a better mom. I show up as an employee on fire. Like that is life-changing. I don't care about the weight loss as much as the person who we are showing up for life in a better way is what it's all about.
I absolutely agree. I mean, my God, I said it over and over and over again yesterday. And I tell all of you guys all the time who are here watching, you know, it has changed my life. It has saved my life. And it's hard to explain because again, I also went into it completely a skeptic because I was on so many other supplements that I was just like, all right, I'll try it because I will try anything because I was that desperate. And then I was like, wait a minute, this is legit. And it made me move over from where I was to where I am now in terms of company, what I'm doing, what I'm promoting, because I was at my wit's end, you know, so I had a lot of that stuff too. So the other thing is it a meal replacement shake? Is it a pre-workout drink? Is it a post-workout drink? Is it all like, I get those questions too. Like,
that's so good.
I know how I do it. And I think sometimes people are like, really? And I'm like, I just drink it when I need it. And I need it.
So that's such a great question too. It's none of those. I just say it stands in a category of its own. And I'm proud to say, you're proud to say, we agree on this, that Prove It is the category king when it comes to ketones. So these days you can go to the market. I mean, I swear I was at like Home Goods the other day and there was something keto on the shelf and I was just like, oh my gosh. So yeah, people are using that word, but our pure therapeutic ketones are the most bioidentical ketones out there to our bodies. They really are like, oh, is this like the ketones I'm producing in my body? So what we have is like no other. So I can't even compare it to a shake, to a supplement, to a wrap, to a juice, to a pill. You know what I'm saying? It's not a miracle thing, but in a way it makes me feel like a miracle has happened here, which affects everything else. And the fact that, you know, you can drink it once a day, you can drink it twice a day, you can change your diet. Yeah, you don't have to, you could drink it in the morning, you could drink it in the evening. Like there's no directions. I try to tell people, do what works for you. If you want to intermittent fast, awesome. If you don't, I do. My husband could never intermittent fast. He wakes up starving. So it's like, you know, you do you is what we say. Add this in your life and you'll figure it out. But it's not like anything that we've ever done before, which is super encouraging for us as promoters to know that we have this message, this movement to go and share with people, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think that's the thing too. I think people, and I get it, right? Like we so want to be told, go do this, follow it like this, and it will work exactly like that. And what I've learned in my own personal experience is that it's not how it works, right? Like we all have to be our own investigators and try and be our own guinea pigs. Sorry, I don't know if you can hear that noise in the background.
No.
We all have to be our own guinea pigs and figure out what works for us. And so, like you said, it's like some of us that drink ketones want to do it morning, noon, and night with every meal. And it's because I have so many things going on in my body. Maybe you just need a little bit of energy in your brain to turn on at 3 o'clock, and that's when you drink it, and that's fine. And so it's really about figuring out when is the perfect time for you, but it's really about letting it do what it's supposed to do in your body because of everything that you said.
Yeah.
Being bioidentical, being category king, being something that is innate to our systems, right? It's the same way when my hormone specialist, when I was going into menopause, was like, oh, you need to start taking bioidentical hormones and your body will just recognize it. Well, it's the same. And I think that's what's the beauty, the magic in all of this, right? Is that it's really as close to what our body produces as possible. Okay, so let's switch gears a little bit, right? Because I know the other thing that people are like, oh my God, I'm taking so many different things and I don't want to add another expense to my budget, especially going into the holidays.
Got it.
I think we are so we're worth our health, and I would pay millions of dollars to feel this good, and I feel like I did, and it took me all the way over to here. But we have a lot of different things going on right now. So do you want to share the big news?
I would love to share the big news, but I got to just chime in and say 2 quick things. Yeah. Number one, you made me realize that when you do this, the people who are here listening to this, when you do this, I want to encourage you to trust the process. I have people all the time writing to me saying, I did it. And then I trusted, I kept going up. And now, wow. Yeah. Right? Same with you. So trust the process. If you've been feeling like crap for 20 years, trust the process for 20 months. Or 20 weeks, 20 months or 20 weeks, 20 years, 20 months. I'm serious. Nothing's going to happen overnight. If it does, you're probably going to get results for about a little bit, and then you're going to get back to where you were. So I just want to encourage you, you are worth it. I also want to ask this question, and I say this out of love because I was the same way, is, my husband was taking all these supplements, and he had all this crap in our shelves. And then we discovered this, right? And I was like, babe, what is this doing for you? And he's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And that was the magic question. And how much are you spending all this? And he was like, way too much. Right. So he ditched all that, just like you, and realized, maybe you want to take a vitamin, but you don't need a bunch of crazy supplements. Yeah. And so if you're saying this is an expense, why I say we decided to take away all that and invest just in this.
Yep.
And we feel the best we have in years. I'm not even joking you. So
I'm the same. I was taking 58 pills a day, pills, creams, supplements, shakes, the whole 9 yards. I mean, I've never actually added it up completely, but it's probably over $1,000 a month of everything else and one thing was helping the other thing because that wasn't working and that was going to the next thing. So
and you're always searching for the next thing to make you feel better.
And now I'm down to one thing.
Dude, okay, so you're getting a bargain. Yeah. Which is awesome. So, okay, the big news for today is that it's 30% off, which is cray. It is a Black special, better Black Friday special. We call it better because that's what you feel like when you drink this, is you just feel better. Your brain is better, your sleep is better, your mood is better, all of that. So 30% off. And then if you're like, okay, cool, if I order today, then what? Well, guess what? You order today and you get on something called Smart Ship because you're smart and we are looking out for you. My mom, I'm one of 9 kids. Yeah. And I had to ask myself. And my mom always taught us get things on sale, sister or daughter. And in that case, and so you would order today and you would add on Smart Ship. So you're never paying full price. On Smart Ship, guys, you get 22% off all whenever your product ships. I have really good news for you. You can just go onto we call it your cloud, your website after you order your account, and you can change the flavor with the click of a button, not calling and waiting on hold forever. You can also add on a box or 2 and you still get 22% off. It's not like you had 1 box and you know what I'm saying? so user-friendly. It's amazing. And then should I share a little bit more awesomeness?
I would love for you to share, because I think what people don't understand is how there's no barrier to entry to this, and there's so many different ways that you can ebb and flow, and that the importance of also just understanding all of your options. So go
So
at
I'm
it.
just gonna give, this like blew my mind. So you're on SmartShip, right? And Prove It's so amazing that their mission is literally so that we all feel better. Like, that's amazing. And so you will get SmartShip, SmartShip, SmartShip. It's hard to say that 10 times fast. But on your 4th month, they actually toss in a bonus box for free. So all of a sudden you expect your 1 box and 2 come on your 4th month. You're like, what? And your receipt shows that you paid for 1. Like, that's awesome, right?
Yeah.
But I have better news than that, y'all. I have 2 more better. I know. I feel like I get to share good news. It's amazing. Okay. So I just freaked out when I heard this. So this is the cool thing. So you know how you can be like an ambassador for a company, right? So I'm always telling people, buy these leggings. Yep. I just kicked my leg up on this. You're welcome. I'm always like, buy these leggings. Do I have a referral code or an ambassador code for Lululemon? Dang it, dude. I would have so many free discounted pants if I did. So anyway, with Prove It, every single customer gets something called a refer code, which is, you get it and it's just numbers and letters, but you can actually change it so it's your name or something fun. And let's say that a couple of your friends are like, what's happening to you? You're so happy. You look good. Like, you're like nicer. And you just literally say, you tell them, oh my gosh, I'm drinking ketones, order them. You give your code. If 2 or more people use your code in 30 days, 31 days, your SmartShip is paid for.
Yep.
I said that right? I mean, right? Is there confetti and balloons coming? It should.
I wish.
Yeah. So anyway, so it's really, really cool. We have something called Prove It Bucks. Every customer, every promoter gets them. I literally I have not paid for ketones in like 10 months. And last month I got 8 boxes for free. Like, that's crazy. And it's just sharing is caring. Okay. You don't want to keep secrets or good leggings or ketones from your friends. But we reward you.
Yeah. And I think the great thing about it, here's the thing. It's like what you said, right? I can walk up to any girl on the street and be like, oh my God, where are those leggings from? Oh my God, where'd you get your eyelashes done? Oh my God, what color lipstick is that? And we'll exchange all of that information. Neither one of us is selling from that person or buying from that person, but it's like, I'm admiring something about you, right? Or what you're doing, what you're wearing. And it's the same thing, you guys. It's kind of like, if you find something that works for you, and you tell your friends, it's the same way that you find your favorite restaurant or the school that your kid's going to go into, or, those sneakers that are like the best for whatever workout you're doing. Because I remember when everybody got the same sneakers because of whatever. And I'm like, oh, Nike didn't give me a commission when I told 15 people, So that's what I love about this too, is like, don't feel bad about like recommending something that's working for you. At the end of the day, we all have to get it somewhere. So why not use your referral code, your affiliate code, whatever you want to call it, to be like, hey, you know what? Yeah, it benefits me, but so.
and I have to say that discounted and free ketones taste better.
Absolutely.
And then this is really cool though. So when my friend told me about this, I was like, and that's how I became a promoter. Is she said to me, I knew that ketones were awesome. I drank them, felt great, knew that, oh, cool, I would love free or discounted ketones. Well, then I started sending 2 friends, 3 friends. I started sharing a bit. I did 1 post on social media and I was like, oh my gosh, what is this crack? I mean, what is this drink? I was just like, I feel so good. And tons of people were like, what are you drinking? And my friend was like, look at the response you just got. You should become a promoter. And I was thinking to myself, what does that entail? Do I have to pay tons of money every month? Do I have to figure out what to do every month? Like, am I going to be alone? I had all these questions. Is this company legit? Like all this stuff, right? And I was like, anxiety. And then she told me it's $37 to sign up, Molly. And I was like, wait, what? Like, I just spent that at Starbucks with my son and his friend. How is that $37? And then when she told me there's no monthly fees, no club fees, no hidden fees, no silly fees, I was like, wait, what? And then it went further, and she was like, she showed me the rewards program, and I was like, okay, this is insane.
Guys, she just got her Tesla.
Yeah.
That is paid for by the company, wrapped super pretty.
Yeah.
You need to you need to send me a picture
I
of that.
mean, it's really cool. And it's really funny. I was just like, you know what? To me, this is something natural to share about. So I'm going to do it. Same with you.
Yeah.
And this process to sign up was so easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and I love it because it's true. It's kind of like I talk to so many people, and I know a lot of these guys online are asking about options for businesses as well, because they're also thinking about what's the next level and what's the next, especially with the other work that I do in my coaching practice, what kind of business do they want to start? And a lot of them are saving hundreds of thousands of dollars to open a brick and mortar, to buy a franchise, to do all these other things. And I get it. And that's your passion and that's what you want to do. That's awesome. That's fantastic. Yeah. But I think for how easy it is to add this into your, what I call suite of services, no matter what you do, it doesn't matter what you do. I think that anytime you leave money on the table is silly, or at least if you're not in it for like making that much money or whatever, if you pay one bill or if you get your free product, like it's worth it. Just even that, like, it's basically a gift all the time. And especially going into the holidays right now when so many people are spending and spending and spending so much. It's like, where can you save a little bit here and there, and also save your brain, save your energy, save your heart, save your relationship?
Yeah, totally.
Regulated, like, why not do that, right?
Yeah. And I agree. I mean, you and I have different lives, but we are sisters from another mister. And it's like, you do what you do. And I'm like a stay-at-home mom. And this is amazing for me to be able to do this while the kids are at school and to build an income. Literally, I can pay for both their colleges because I decided to do this little side thing.
Yeah.
And I do that because I used to call it that. And so here's the thing. You can totally add this into your life. You could totally add this into what you already have going, your suite of services. I love that you call it that. So you could be a mom like me. You could be a businesswoman like Angie. You could be a
nurse,
trainer,
a doctor,
a doctor, a student. You could do this. And we are, honestly, the websites that we have are so easy to use and they work. Yeah. And we have an app that's awesome. The community pours into us, like our CEO legit cares about us like I can't even explain. It's a gift. And the fact that we don't have to pay every month to have a website, to pay rent, to pay for employees, to pay for product.
Overhead.
So it's just, sometimes I can't get talking about it. I'm like, is this real?
Yeah, I know. It really is. And so last but not least, I know when we get together, and like yesterday was amazing having Rebecca with me, like, it's really special, like the community aspect of it, because, we can feel this good or we can make the money and whatever, but it's like, if we don't have that solid community that's like, we're fun, we had such a blast yesterday. I'm still like, my face hurts still from laughing.
That's awesome.
Like working or whatever. And it's like, I met her yesterday.
Yeah, it's crazy.
She slept in my home. This is somebody, we're in business together. Like you don't really see that or find that in a lot of other areas. And then in terms of just like even getting older and me moving from New York to LA and trying to find my way, right? Because it's almost like I'm starting over, and finding like the people who are going to really love me, support me, like you said, pour into me.
Yes.
I was craving that, especially when I was in my worst phase of my life. And like feeling like crap. I needed people that really cared and that wanted to be there for me. And I have that now. And I'm like, is this like legit? But because we're not in competition with each other, and we're not making anybody, like nobody's like at the top, I mean, it's hard to say. It's like, there are people that obviously are doing more and are at different levels of business. But I think the core for me is really that there's not this hierarchy that I can't reach out or call to somebody else, or that I won't get support from somebody that has been in it for 3 years. As a matter of fact, if anything, some of the most amazing, motivating, supportive, loving people have been doing this for a long time, that are making millions of dollars, that are like, you got this, girl, here, and that's where I'm like, oh, wow, that's way different than anything else I've ever done. Otherwise.
I agree. I think when I first learned about this, I did get to meet with the people who've been doing this since day one, and they never acted like we're the best or whatever. And I remember my husband and I sat there, and when they said, it's not like this,
Right.
The little king at the top is thriving and everyone. It's not like that. We are all level and we all collaborate as a community. It's again hard to explain, but you will see this if you decide ever to join us in this community, whether as a promoter or a customer, you're part of our community, which is awesome. But what's cool about Prove It is we are more than ketones.
Yeah.
We are all about better, just all about better. And I know that you and I have become happier, more confident women. I know I've seen men become more happy, confident. Their lives have changed. And it's crazy to think a product or a business can do that, but it absolutely can, and it has, and it is happening. And then one other thing I wanted to say is when you said the people who have been doing this a long time, it's really cool that the conversation around ketones is literally just getting started, even though Prove It's been around a couple years. Yes. So this party is just beginning. And if you want to be a part of it, oh my gosh, we want to link arms with you and we want to love you and embrace you and teach you. And the cool thing about teaching you is we have the most simple system in the world. And it makes it super fun. Like my girl who I signed up with, she said, if you're not having fun, then what's the point? And I was like, you're speaking my language. So and the opportunity to really create an awesome income and experience better in a different kind of life is there for you with Prove It.
Yeah, it's so true. I mean, I think on that note, I know a lot of the questions that I had written down from everybody that sent me their questions and had asked me them yesterday have been answered. I don't know if there's anything else that you want to add, but all I know is I freaking feel amazing. I can't even believe that a year ago, I mean, I get emotional because, a year ago I was sitting in my house and I was just like, what's happening to me? And why am I feeling like this? And how can I really wake up and live again? And I could have just ended it all. And to know that I just made one simple shift and it's done so much for me that's what this is about. I don't know what else to tell you guys or what else to show you guys. This is real. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. This overpouring and this emotional feeling of just I'm back. I've got my life. I've got this amazing community and this amazing opportunity, and it's only just begun.
Yeah, I love it. And I'm so proud of you. And you gave me chills and tears and all that. And oh my gosh, your story is amazing. I would say this, a 1 degree shift can change your world. If you look at the map, or Columbus, if he, 1 degree shift, he would have been way off course, right? A 1 degree shift in the right direction can change your life. So I want to encourage you guys, those words, when I heard those one day from our CEO, I was like, oh my God, I've never thought about that. Yeah. And then I also want to let you guys know that Angie and I are not keto or ketone experts, but we have those experts to speak on our behalf. And so if you have legit questions about the science, or if you have diabetes, or if you have this, it can work, and this, we can point you to something called Keto U. We can point you to a video. So don't be shy and wonder oh, but will it or can it? Look at you. I love you so much. But really, Angie, we are here to share with you because again, like I said, knowledge is power. And when you know better, you can do better, you can be better, and you can live better.
Yes. Amen to that.
Yay.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
Thanks for letting me hang out with you.
So much. All you guys who are watching, if you have any questions, feel free to send me an email. It's just Angie@angiekorea.com. Drop me a line wherever you're watching this on, if it's on Facebook or YouTube or whatever. I'm happy to answer your questions. And this sale that we're talking about today on November 16th ends at 11:59 Central Time. And so we don't want you to miss out on it because, hey, we want you to be able to try this at a discount and never have to pay full price and just enjoy all of the benefits, especially through these holidays. So
I'm going to go shake mine up now. Come to think about it.
All right.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay, bye, girl.